Eco-Calcium UV Gel. Eco-Calcium UV Gel with calcium is a one-component UV cure gel system designed to overlay the natural nail with a calcium-fortified gel. This glossy crystal clear coating bonds securely to the natural nail surface, forming a durable protective layer that will allow the nail to grow to the desired length, free from cracking, splitting, or peeling. It is not an extension service, but rather a way to preserve, protect, and nurture your client's natural nails. Be sure and follow the steps in sanitation and prep before proceeding to the application. Also, before applying your Eco-Calcium gel, you will want to be sure and do all of your filing to the shape of the nails. You must not file your shape after you've finished your application or risk breaking your gel seal, which results in causing lifting of the free edge. Be sure and tell your client not to file her nails between services. If needed, you can apply nail forms. Apply a thin, even coat of Eco-Calcium gel to the entire nail. Be sure you brush slowly so you do not create air bubbles in your application. Before curing, tap the free edge with a bit of gel on your brush to create that seal. If your client's nails are long, you may need to tap the sides of her free edges as well. Cure in a 9-watt UV light for 3 minutes. Apply another coat of gel, just like your first coat. Do not forget to tap those edges to prevent lifting of the free edge. Cure your second coat for another 3 minutes. If your client is harder on her nails, you can apply more coats as needed. To remove the sticky layer, use your finishing wipe and a lint-free pad. If you've made any mistakes, you can use a buffer block or file buffer to file them out. Remember, do not shape the nails or risk breaking that seal. To finish, you can apply a coat of Star Nail Capping Sealer or Star Nail UV Gel Sealer. Don't forget a little cuticle oil. Be sure and recommend your clients purchase Star Nails Roulet Oil to maintain their beautiful nails between visits. Ecosystem Gel. Ecosystem Gel, the newest spa odor-free self-leveling UV gel, is quick, easy to use, and a one-step system that is strong, flexible, leaving the nail with a high shine every time. Nails are left feeling naturally strong and flexible. This gel enables the technician to build, shape, and add form onto the nail. For this demonstration, we've used the Revelation tip. Be sure and follow the steps in sanitation and prep before proceeding to the application. Skip the last step that says to apply primer. We will do that later. Using a 180 grit file, shape the nails to the desired length and shape. Cleanse the nail with finishing wipe to remove the dust and dehydrate the nail plate. Apply a thin coat of primer to the natural nail only. Apply a thin coat of Ecosystem Gel to the entire nail. Be sure to work slowly so you do not create air bubbles in your application. To seal the gel down, tap the sides and end of the free edge with a little bit of gel on your brush. Cure in a 9-watt UV light for 1 minute. Apply a small amount of gel to the arch location. This will prevent a flat-looking nail and give the nail a nice arch. Turn both the UV light and your client's hand upside down and cure in the light for 2 minutes. This will keep that gel right at the arch location and use gravity to keep that arch in place. Apply another coat of gel to the entire nail. Don't forget to tap the sides and end of that free edge. Cure normally for another 3 minutes. Use the finishing wipe and a lint-free pad to remove the sticky layer. If you have any flaws in your application, you can use a buffer block or file buffer to file them out. Finish with a coat of Star Nail Capping Sealer or Star Nail UV Gel Seal and some cuticle oil. Ecosystem Powder Gel. Eco Powder and UV Gel nail systems are revolutionary odor-free spa systems. Ecosystem Powder Gel, an odor-free powder and UV gel nail system, is used to lengthen and strengthen or overlaying tips and natural nails. For this demonstration, we've used a Deep Smile French nail tip. Be sure to follow the steps in sanitation and prep before proceeding to application. Skip the last step that says to apply primer. We will do that later. To give the tip a wider appearance, use a buffer block or file buffer to gently remove the shine from the nail tip only. Cleanse the nail with finishing wipe to remove the dust and dehydrate the nail plate. Apply a thin coat of primer to the nail plate only. Use your brush to scoop a small amount of the Ecosystem gel and then dip it into the Ecosystem powder. You do not need to stay in the powder for very long. Once the gel is coated with the powder, you are done. Apply a thin, even coat to the entire nail. Be sure and brush slowly so you do not create air bubbles in your application. Also remember to keep it thin. Many thin coats are better for your nail structure and will also prevent heat from the exothermic reaction. Cure your nail in a 9-watt UV light for no less than 3 minutes. Apply your nail ball of Ecosystem Powder Gel to the arch location of the nail. This will prevent the nail from having a flat appearance. Cure your arch location ball for 3 minutes by turning both the light and your client's hand upside down. This will keep that powder gel in the arch location and prevent it from self-leveling. Apply your third and final coat just like your first coat, thin and even over the entire nail. Cure your final coat for 3 minutes. Remove the sticky finish of the nail using the finishing wipe and a lint-free pad. If you have any imperfections in your nail application, you can take a buffer block or file buffer and file your powder gel nails. Now finish your nails with a coat of UV gel sealer. Cure for 2 to 3 minutes and you are finished. Eco Odor-Free Acrylic System. Just like any acrylic system, it is very important to get the correct liquid-to-powder ratio. This will ensure that you get the best bond to the natural nail and the strongest acrylic application. To achieve this, fully immerse your brush in the Eco Odor-Free liquid. Release any air bubbles that are trapped in the hairs. Then slide your brush against the dappen dish, the entire length of the hairs to pull off the liquid. Then flip your brush and slide only half the brush, from the ferrule up to the middle. What you've done is left the liquid on only one side of the brush and near the tip of the brush. Now it's time to go into your powder. Dip your brush into the powder with the tip that now holds the right amount of liquid. To get that right amount of powder, you are going to stay in there longer than you would for traditional monomer. Depending on the size of your brush and the amount of liquid in the hairs, you could be in the powder anywhere from 8 to 15 seconds. You will know you have the right consistency as you place your ball on the form of the nail. It should hold its shape and leave a little dimple where your brush was. It should be glossy and shiny but not immediately self-level. If it immediately levels, then you've applied it too wet and should stay in the powder longer. If it holds its shape but has a lot of loose powder on it, then it is too dry and you should stay in the powder less time. With practice, you will be able to see that your consistency is right or wrong before you've even begun to pat your acrylic into place. Here is a ball that is perfect. Here is a ball that is too dry. Here is a ball that is too wet. For this demonstration, we are using a revelation tip. Be sure and follow the steps in sanitation and prep before proceeding to this application. First, apply a ball of Eco System odor-free acrylic to the revelation tip. Once you drop your ball, it is important to wipe your brush on a paper towel to clean the hairs. This will prevent the product from sticking to your brush as you spread the ball. Use your brush to perfect the shape of your Eco System odor-free acrylic. Remember, your Eco System odor-free acrylic will not cure until it goes into the UV light, so take the time to perfect your work with your brush and save time to finish filing later. Once everything is applied, it is time to cure your nail for 3 minutes in a UV 9-watt light. Be advised, your client might feel a warming sensation, otherwise known as an exothermic reaction, as the product cures within the first 30 seconds. Be sure to tell your client if it gets too hot, just take your hand out of the light for a few seconds and it will stop immediately. Once your nail is comfortable again, you can put it back in the light. If you sculpt, you will need to remove the form and cure the underside of the nail. This is only necessary if you are sculpting with white powder. Place the nails back in the light for an additional 3 minutes. When the nail is cured, it will have a slight tacky layer to it. This is very quick and easy to remove with a 180 grit file. Simply work from the right to left and gently roll the sticky layer off. The sticky layer makes the dust fall onto your table, which helps to prevent inhaling the dust. Once the sticky layer is gone, you can use your 180 grit file to fix any imperfections in your application as well as shape your sidewalls and free edge. Finish filing over the nail with a buffer block or file buffer and you're ready for your clear coat. Capping sealer and cuticle oil finish off the odor-free acrylic just beautifully.